Hi there, my name is Anne Louise. I'm with Lark Tweed Creative, and today I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot a new Kajabi website template. So if you've ever purchased a template, specifically a website for Kajabi, there are a few things to know when you first upload versus like the version you're going to see. And this goes not just for my template specifically, but for any template creator, there's certain things that won't show up, and it is completely normal. But this is how this is gonna help troubleshoot and understand how to fix those things, even though they're not really broken. But it's basically understanding why certain things aren't showing up and how to get them to show up. So the first thing you're going to do is upload your template, and so that can be a challenge in itself if you're not sure where you're supposed to do that. To upload the website template, you're going to be, if you look at the sidebar here on your dashboard, it'll be website and then it'll be design. So just by clicking website, it'll take you to this area. If you've never uploaded a website before or grabbed one of the templates that comes with the Kajabi subscription, it won't look like this. You'll have a unfortunately, I can't show this to you unless, like, I can't show you in its like beginning forms just because I have a few websites set up here. But it would basically just be a black button that I believe says template store. So what you're going to need to do to activate the area is you're going to click on template store, and it's just going to show you all the different templates that comes with your Kajabi subscription, and you can just pick and choose whichever one you want to use. And it doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect the other template that you purchased. It's just to activate the area. You just have to choose one. So you could choose just the first one. As you can see, they're all free. So you'll just choose it and then it'll set it up. So I won't set one up right now because I don't need to, but that will activate this area, and then that website will appear right here. And then your template, you'll be able to upload it down here. So you're going to click on upload template, and you're going to go to my device, and wherever you've uploaded the template to, you're going to upload that zip folder. Now, you're not going to unzip it unless you've purchased a template from Kajabi Marketplace. They zip the folder and they zip the PDF instruction file and the website zip file, this file here, they zip it into one folder. So that initial folder, you would have to unzip it, but if you've purchased it from anywhere else, typically it would all be separated. So you want to upload the zip file that says the website name and website, leave it zipped, and you're going to click on open, and it's just going to upload it super quick. And it's just going to take a couple seconds here just to install the template into your system. And everything is good to go. So your template has been added, and here it is right here. Now, if you want to edit it, like meaning you want to add, remove pages, you would definitely need to set it to live. And so you would just click on this button and it would bring the website over here. So you would just click on set to live. We're going to do that right now. And I'm going to set it to live. Now, if the next thing, as you can see here, and I haven't even opened it to edit it yet, you can see that the navigation seems to be missing. So that is the first thing you're going to want to set up, is your navigation. And there is a video on my YouTube channel that shows you step by step how to recreate the navigation. Any website purchased from me is a custom navigation, so it actually sounds more intimidating than it actually is. But if you look on your sidebar here, you would go to navigation. I would really suggest going to the video that I created to help you with this, just because it will kind of show you exactly what needs to be there. But as you can see here, everything is set to draft, and certain parts don't seem to be showing. So there's pages that should be included here that haven't been added, so we would need to add all of those pages. And then, but yes, please look at that video, and then also you want to set everything to publish, and then the navigation will show. So once that navigation is up and running, then your website will look. One thing to note though is your navigation, once you add all the titles in there, if you create your own titles and some of the words are longer, like let's say you have you have 4 words on one side and 3 words on the other, then the logo will no longer be centered. So the way that this navigation works is you definitely need to kind of balance the size of the words and how many words you have on each side to make sure that that logo stays in the middle. That's just how the middle logo and double navigation just work in Kajabi. That's just how it works. That's not just custom to this template. It's just if you want a centered logo with a navigation that has like a left navigation and a right navigation, that's the challenge with it, is you just want to make sure that your words are kind of the same size on both sides so that everything stays centered. And you don't want too many long words. That's for any navigation because it'll just take up so much space. So you want to keep it small. The next thing you're going to notice on your page, if you've just purchased a new template, and let's say you have a brand new account with Kajabi, you likely won't have a blog. And so in this area here, there won't be any blog that will show up. It'll just say blog section, but there won't be anything that will show up. And so that is normal too. So until you create your first blog, this area here will stay blank. But as soon as you've created a blog and you publish it, so I'll show you how to do that. As soon as you publish it inside of your blog area, you know, I just created mock just because I use this for all my templates. And so these are all mock blog articles. So they're all going to show up kind of blank here. You know, I just call them blog title goes here. But if you were to click on it, I make sure that it's published. And then I choose an image for it. And yeah, once you have this all set up and you save it and it's published, you can go back to your blogs. You publish your first blogs. You know, you kind of want to start with 3. 3 is a good number, and then you can kind of grow from there. But I would start with 3, and that will look really good on your website design because otherwise it'll just show one blog there to start. The other pages that won't work when you first get any template, this is not just mine, but this is troubleshooting for you to understand kind of what comes with this. The other thing is any forms that were set up here. If you don't have those forms set up on your end, of course they're not going to show up. So you have to set them up and reconnect it. So basically I'll show you. So if I click on here, all of a sudden I'm in the form area. So if you scroll to the top here, it asks you which form, and so you get a chance to kind of connect it to whichever form you need here. And then, or if you haven't created a form yet, you can go and create your form. And I'll go back here, I'll show you exactly where that is. So your forms they are in the, I believe it is the marketing area. Yeah, you've got your forms right here. So let's say forms right here, you create a new form and then you name it a title. And these are the titles that are going to show up when you go to connect your forms within your website so that the right form appears. And so when you do create a form, you get to kind of decide how many fields are going to be in there, which fields will be like non-negotiable, like absolutely necessary that you fill out this field for you to submit this form. And so forth. So that's another thing. You'll want to make sure that you set that up properly. And then you reconnect the form like I just showed you. And then the next thing that will likely not show up is, so when you click above here, this shows you every single page that is connected to your website. I believe your blog pages will show up. Even if you don't have a blog set up, the blog pages will show up. They'll just be empty. What won't show up is the store. The store might show up just as empty, or yes, that one will just show up as empty. And then the login page, that won't show up. You need to, until you have like products and offers, these pages, they won't show up for you. So you just need to set those up and then they'll appear. So if you click on them, what will happen is they will just show up as like here they're just fully designed with all of the different offers. But if you don't have offers set up, there's not going to be anything there. So the way that you set that up is you set up your products first. So you'll be setting up all of your products, your products, so whether it's coaching, community, courses, your podcast, that's all in the same area here. So once you've got these all set up, or even if you just have one, that's fine, you only need one. And then within your sales area, you need to have this all set up, like your offers, and so forth. And then once that is all done, those pages will show up. You are set. Those pages will show up for you, and you'll be able to edit them and change certain things. But yes, it can be kind of surprising when you first get a template to realize, like, oh, how come all these areas are missing? It's because you have to activate them within your account. Otherwise, the rest of the template, if you want to change the images and so forth, here's another tip, is that some images are in the background and some images are like widget images. So here, let me explain what that means. Actually, just in this header area, I can explain that. So the image you see in the background here is actually a background image. So to edit it, you're going to want to click on it, and you're going to go, and you can see image here, but that's actually this image. So that's what I mean by widget versus background. The image in the background you'll find here, but the images that are widgets will be right here. Now, how can you tell the difference between what is a widget image, what is a background image? A background image will usually have something overlapping it, and usually it'll take up the entire space. So for example, this is an image and this is set in the background. What is this image? That is the little quotes, because this whole section overlaps it, and these quotes are an image. This area here, so if I click on the area, these are both images, this, and this is your text. If I click here, there is no widget. We only have a background, so that's a background image. And the best way to know is really just to click on it. But typically a background image, it will be set in the background. It'll have other things like text, images, and so forth, all buttons that are overlapping. So, but the best way to kind of overcome that is just click on your background and it'll show you, and then you just open this part here that's at the bottom, and you'll have your image there. You can also set up a video in the background too. You would just need to change this to video, add a video. Now you don't want to do a lot of those, because having a video in the background makes your site a lot heavier, a lot harder to load. And when a site is hard to load, it also will affect your SEO, which for your sales pages doesn't matter so much, but for your website, that is definitely important. So things to consider. Okay, what else could go wrong here? So I guess the important part here is if you want to change your images and you want to make this look differently, the way that these templates are set up from my end, from what I offer, is everything is in Canva, everything is labeled, and there are rectangular, square, and there's like wide rectangle, tall rectangle, and square images plus your logo. That's usually how it goes for my websites, my sales pages, and sometimes the products. But yeah, you usually have 3 formats of images, and everything is labeled, and that way you know exactly what area that image goes into. So if you switch out the image, you also know exactly what you're replacing. So that is, so the way that goes is you set up your images in Canva, download them as JPEGs, and then upload them here to Kajabi, and you're all set. So this tried to create something very simple but also very bold and beautiful, so that you really stand out and very different from what other creators have. But yeah, if there's additional questions or additional issues that you have encountered and I didn't cover in this video, please let me know in the comments, and I'd love to add to this video or create a new video on troubleshooting a website in Kajabi. So thank you so much.